Hey everyone, I'm Molly and welcome to your practice. Today is a 20-minute class. We'll find some kind of buoyant, springy movement and some yummy stretches through like the tension and fascial lines of our body, and then end with some full breath observation in our shavasana. So I hope it feels nice. Grab whatever props you need. Let this be your space, your 20 minutes to move in your body, meet yourself in your mind and your spirit and your emotions, and maybe just feel good. So I like to use something that smells good or some music just to set up my space. Do what you need to do. And we're gonna get started on hands and knees. Bring your hands a little bit wider and a little bit in front of your shoulders. Bring the tops of your feet to the mat and then drag them towards your knees so you find a little space on the front of the ankles. Lift your sit bones up to the sky, finding that nice curve through the low back. And then push through your palms so you feel a fullness through the rib cage and the back of your heart, your shoulder blades. And start to keep this curve of your spine as you rock forward and backwards. Don't have to move at a certain pace. Maybe closing your eyes, this might be a new shape for you to experiment with in your tabletop. Just feel how it feels, feel where the body wants to go, see if you can just tune in and listen. Good. Next time your hips are sinking back a little bit, let them meet your heels. And then place your fingertips just in front of your knees. So we're in a kneeling posture, virasana. And with the support of your fingertips, take some spirals through the rib cage in one direction. Really letting yourself move animalistically and not caring what it looks like. And then circle in the opposite direction. You can get your head and neck involved. Good. Release your fingertips. So we're lifted up. Hips are just above your heels. Find a little bounce. And then still rooting the sit bones back. Lift your arms over your head and place them on the back of your skull. So elbows are pointing forward and up. Keep your belly soft and open. And we'll kind of just pulse up and down. You might feel this a lot, again, through the rib cage, laterally and expanding back behind you. Do about 3 more. Belly soft, sit bones rooting back, and groins pushing back. Throat is open. Good. And then walk your hands forward again to your hands and knees. Couple shifts in rocks, either forward and backward, or let's start to take some side-to-side movement. Hips taking a semicircle or half circle shape. One side and then the other side as you rock forward and back. And as always, option to close the eyes and really feel into it and make it your own. Good. Next time your hips make their way to the left side, step your right foot out. So it's diagonal, it might be off the mat, that's totally fine. And a little floss of the hips, so bending and then lengthening the front leg. As you do so, lift up onto your fingertips and kind of create a suction through the palms. And again, we're not rounding, we're not losing that natural curve of our spine. So see if you can kind of flick your tailbone back as you bend and straighten into the right leg. Doesn't have to go all the way straight by any means. Good. Stay in the same shape with your legs. Lift your upper body up and then backstroke through your right hand. So we're finding an open twist to the right. And then reach back with the right hand so you can side bend up with the left arm. And then kind of swim your arms, experiment here. Forward and back, finding some side bending, some twisting. Might feel this a lot in the outer back part of your right rib cage as you go down. And then maybe through the front of the left hip or armpit as you go up. Hands are nice and wide, belly is soft and open. And then plant your hands through center. Step your right knee back to meet the left, top of the foot into the mat, and then drag it forward a little bit. Take a couple more side to side rocks. And then the next time your hips are over to the right, step your left foot forward at a diagonal. Tent up onto your fingertips. And then your time to find some free movement, exploring the left hip. If you need more space, bring a prop underneath the left hand or both hands. A couple more bends and lengthens of the front leg. As you're ready, lift your upper body. Hands are nice and wide, backstroke through the left arm, and then reach up and back with the right. And then sway up and down, finding some left and right side bending and twisting. Notice how this might pull in different directions on your body than you're used to. Finding some fascial tension. And one more. Drop your hands to the mat. Step your left knee back to meet the right. And then tuck your toes, walk your hands back. So we're in a squat at the back of your mat. Bring your knees out really wide. Narrow your heels in towards each other and stay kind of up on the balls of the feet instead of planting your heels down. And bring your hands either to your heart center or out in front of you with like an open palm. And we're just gonna pulse up and down a little bit in your squat. Breath stays smooth and steady. So if you need to modify anything, please do. Good. Now you can lower your heels. As you do so, root your sit bones back. Bring your hands to your knees. And just stay here, maybe wiggle side to side or lengthen, and then compress in for a cat-cow. Push down through your feet, come to stand. And from here, a micro bend in your knees, a little bit of a hollowing of the front of your groin as you again think about having that natural curve of your low back and your sit bones pressing back behind you. So pelvis is oriented behind your rib cage. Bring your arms overhead, place them on the back of your skull. And then a little bit of a pulse up and down. We'll move through a little cycle, a little vinyasa with some of these movements. This first round is just experimenting and feeling what the lines of your body want to do in these shapes. Good. Release, hands to knees, heart forward, throat open. Exhale, malasana, turn your knees out wide, come onto the balls of your feet. With your breath, inhale to your hands and knees, shift forward. Tops of the feet to the mat as you exhale. Inhale, and you're kneeling, lift up, elbows to sky. Open through the soft belly, and exhale, hips to heels. Use your hands for support. Tuck your toes, malasana, knees wide. Take a pulse up and down, up with your breath, and down with your breath. Filling and emptying, inhale, hands to knees, hips back behind you. Inhale, and exhale. So feeling this kind of buoyant movement, push through your feet, come to rise, arms up, elbows to sky, inhale. Micro bend in your knees, exhale. Hands to knees, breathe in, lengthen your spine. And breathe out to transition to your squat. Inhale here, maybe a little lift up. And then exhale, lower back down, hands in front of you. Shift forward on your in-breath. Tops of the feet to the mat, drag them forward, exhale, hips to heels. Kneeling posture, inhale, drive your hips forward, elbows to sky. Arcing through the back, lifting up through the heart, and exhale, release. So ebbing and flowing, you know the 5 movements or so. Find your squat for a breath. And then your hands to knees, standing for a breath. And then all the way up to your modified mountain pose for a breath. Working your way back down. You can do about 1 or 2 more rounds, just on your own time. Feel the breath and the lines of your body working together. Natural, kind of fluid, buoyant movement. Doesn't need to look a certain way. Hopefully just feeling soft through the borders of you, the lines of you. Can you dissolve a little bit? Can you stay present as you fill and empty with breath? And move at a rhythm. Finish up your last round wherever you are. And then we'll meet in hands and knees. Take a few forward and backwards rocks, just how we started. Maybe that line of your body feels a little bit more natural to follow. Maybe it doesn't. Totally fine. It's a new thing. Filling up through the back of the rib cage with breath. And then lower your right hip to the mat. I'm gonna make our way into laying on our backs. Stretch your right hand long to the left corner of the mat. And then roll onto your back. Place your sacrum down, your pelvis down, and then from here, lift through the back body. Spread your shoulder blades up higher so we find some length through the spine, and then lower back down. Feet are wide. Gentle windshield wiper of your knees side to side. Lift your hips up slightly, slide them to the left. And then we'll find a twist, stacking left knee on top of right, but as we do so, we're gonna not collapse onto the mat. Instead, we're gonna kind of stay, again, like in this springy tension in a good way, elasticity movement. So left knee will be kind of stacked on top of right. Hips are back behind us to the left. And then again, if you need to lengthen through the spine and lift the rib cage up higher on the mat, you can. Reach your hands out to 10 and 2 o'clock. And then find some little twists. So as your knees drop down further, maybe you twist your upper body open to the left more. Throat is open, belly is soft. And then rocking back towards center, and then twisting more. So experimenting here. And of course, for the last couple breaths, if you'd like, you can land and settle in your twist in whatever way feels good for you. Roll back through center. Push through your feet to lift your hips and slide them to the right. Adjust your spine and your back of your heart accordingly. And then right knee stacks on top of left, but keep your legs lifted. Reach your arms out wide and then twisting the upper and the lower body in opposite directions, and then pulsing back through center. A few reps here. And then if you'd like to land for stillness for a few breaths, now's your chance. Roll onto your back, close your eyes. Take your time finding your way to Shavasana, using any props you need. Micro adjusting your body and then resting. Face is soft, breath is slow. You can stay in your just natural inhales and exhales. If you'd like to visualize with me, we're gonna visualize on an inhale the breath moving up the front of the body, from the toes, up the legs, the belly and chest, fingertips to shoulders, and all the way through the neck and head. Exhale, reverse from head all the way down to toes. On the front of the body. This time, inhale from the feet up to the crown on the back side of the body. Just tracing or sensing or trusting that awareness moving. And then exhale from the top of the head down the back body to the heels. Inhale up the left side of your body. Exhale down the right side. Inhale up the right side. Exhale down the left. And then can you pour into the whole container of your body at one time? And gently release out. Two more full expansive breaths through the whole body. Release and rest. If you have time to stay longer in your Shavasana, please do. If you're ready to transition out, keep your eyes closed as you take your time rolling onto a side and then finding a comfortable seat. Keep that contact of yourself with yourself for a moment here. And then we'll end with a final breath together. Inhale, palms to center. Lift up through your heart. Exhale, fold. Namaste. Gratitude for this practice and your body and your breath and a little bit of space. Feel free to start blinking your eyes open and tracing your hands along your legs, taking in the space around you, noticing how you feel. I feel better. I hope you do too. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.